The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What you listening to, man? What they talking about? I got my hand up on that knob, tryna figure out. It doesn't matter who's the guest or what's the subject, cause they keep it 100 and them callers love it. The radio show got you tuned in, ready for action like a bad chick texting what's happening. They ain't here giving 5 o'clock news. Our hosts keep it blunt, sharing their point of views. They going in, man, cause they ain't got no filter. Cause they keep it 100, that's why we messing with you. Got you up to date with the latest with music and what's trending, that's basics. On primetime hours, you can never go wrong. And get nice music and what's going on in your neck of the woods, like, hey, Al Roke on today's light. Feeling entertained with the radio show. Tuesday, Thursday, taking over, let them know. Let them telephone rings, yeah, I'm on this thing.
Trying to understand something. Everybody, people getting the vaccine, everything kind of, the world's trying to open back up. And the first thing employers want to do is send people back in the office, man. It's been working for a year and a half. Why are they trying to, what are we doing? We don't need to gather. I need my 6 feet indefinitely.
They don't know what they're doing.
Nah, they've been paying that rent for an empty building for this whole time, so they definitely gonna get their money's worth out of that fancy ass building. So you got to bring your butt back to work. You're gonna put the lights back on, get the cobwebs off your desk, and work like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say similar to what Easy said. I think it all boils down to, like, it's financial, right? It's all about the bottom line. If you couldn't get rid of that building, a lot of companies were able to sell off their real estate. So,
oh, wow.
They're fine with people still working from home. But if I couldn't get rid of this real estate, I'm still paying for this building. I got a mortgage, or I got a lease that I have to honor on this building. Y'all might as well be in here.
Outside of the lease and stuff, I just don't get it. To me, I know I'm taking it to places maybe, but to me, it had this overseer feeling to it. Like, I need to be able to see you and what you're doing. But I'm like, you can monitor whatever they're doing outside the office. I got to bring my ass in here.
And that's probably a factor too. Like, let's not get that part twisted. But I 100% think it's financial. Like, you best believe if I'm paying, $50,000 a month to have this nice skyrise building in the heart of Atlanta, I'm gonna make sure there's people in here. If this real estate investment group don't want to buy it from me, y'all gonna be in here, y'all gonna work, y'all gonna use the kitchen and the cafeteria and whatever else going on. Y'all gonna put this shit back to use one way or another.
But didn't they get compensated for that? They were the same people who said, before the pandemic, back when I was a part of the corporate life, oh no, you guys can't work from home. That's not feasible at all. And so then in a crunch, oh, y'all can come get these PCs, these monitors. What else you need? You need a printer. You know what? On your way out, grab a couple of notepads and some e-pens. You know what I'm saying? And work did not skip a beat. So I'll be finding it very interesting. And you know what? I would like to know how many people did the percentage of call outs decrease because people are at home. Because I ain't gonna lie, I pulled up to the parking lot several times and couldn't make it in the building.
Yeah, the commute is what ruined it for me a lot of days.
Oh, God,
I may be fine. I may be able to get up, get dressed, but then if I had to sit in traffic for a while, by the time I get to the parking lot, I didn't want to do it. But now I do think there's some overseer aspect to it. They do want to be able to check. I do have to be honest, as somebody who has been working from home for over the last year, did I take advantage of it? Yep, I definitely did. Have I taken a nap? Yep. Have I done other things when I should have been on the clock? Absolutely. So I try to see it from both sides, but the company I work for, actually, they're actually doing this new thing where if you want to come in, you can book a workspace, like a hotel, like you
Oh,
could book a
wow.
space for a day, right? Otherwise, you can still stay at home. So,
Dang, that's nice.
It is, because they got some people on this, they be tripping me out with it too. They be making me laugh. But they be like, well, I just need to be in the office because I just need to be around people, and I just, I need that camaraderie. I'm like, or I could just eat a double Whopper, in basketball shorts at my kitchen table. That part.
First of
I don't
all,
understand it.
that's your first mistake. You're eating a double Whopper, but we'll talk about that later.
I mean,
yeah, not everybody's an introvert like you, 16. There are some people that miss like the people aspect of it,
I mean, I'm not trying to say like I dislike people altogether. I'm just saying, what's the rush to run back in there? I just don't understand.
You just don't care for majority of the people that exist.
Well, that part.
Well, first of all, M16 and I used to work together, and he's like Uncle Grumpy. Like, he used to just be like the resident cubicle grouch.
and now that's what we call bringing it full circle. So 16 says, yeah, I don't really miss the people shit. Diva confirms why. There you go.
I mean, if she talk about where we were working, we had a reason to feel oppressed. You could feel the despair in that motherfucker.
Right.
For real.
That place turned more people into alcoholics than a little. Listen, when you work somewhere and the ambulance literally takes somebody out on a stretcher, and every week somebody's getting carried out on a stretcher, like strapped down. I'm like,
and then they be right back at work the next day. I'm like, you had a ready-made excuse to be on the leave. I was back to come to work, master. Take your ass home. You had a chance to do it.
No, you know what? That happened when they implemented the point system that all companies love, and then they end up having to rehire half the staff back because they fired them prematurely for a stupid point system. Yeah, that part. But we're not here to talk about places we don't like anymore. We're here to talk about people in places we do like.
Listen, and speaking of somebody that we do like, we continue in our Bring a Friend Night series, and we brought a friend.
Yay!
We brought Marcus Webb from the Where Are The Webbs podcast. Now, we had to get on him. Marcus Webb, to be hanging out with guys like Easy and ATL Diva and M16, that didn't fit. So, for tonight, that is Rich Uncle Marcus instead.
Absolutely. So I wanted to fit in. I wanted the cool name. I was the only one on here with my government name. But yeah, this is my new persona. My new alter ego is gonna be Rich Uncle Marcus. Yes.
I know, right? It's so weird.
I'm here for it.
I like it. I saw it on Facebook the other day, and I was like, "Oh, that works."
It not quite there yet, but it's more of an aspirational title. You know what I mean? So I want my nieces and nephews to be like, who I can call on? My Rich Uncle Marcus. So.
That's so cute.
So. That might be my rap name too. You know what I'm saying? If I ever come out with a mixtape, it'll be like Rich Uncle Marcus.
Somebody named Rich Uncle Marcus, I'm definitely downloading that. I know you got
that. Right. What would you rap about? Because that would be hilarious. What would be some of the content?
Well, in today's culture, you really don't have to rap about anything. You can just kind of mumble. So,
That's true.
But as Rich Uncle Marcus, I feel like I also have to complain about the people that mumble. So it probably some of that me talking about things that happen in my life, you know what I'm saying, like corporate, having to work from home now. Probably have a song about work from home life, doing rich uncle stuff, spending time with my nephews, having to cut my grass, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Real life. That's what I would rap about.
So stories from blue collar America.
I'm not really blue collar. I don't even want to say that. Rich Uncle Marcus has actually upgraded to the point where I pay somebody to cut my grass. I'm not gonna lie. Rich Uncle Marcus don't cut his own grass anymore.
Well, technically, if you paying somebody, you are cutting it. I got a guy, so you still cutting it.
You're like, I'm literally cutting a check. That's what I'm doing. Like,
whatever it takes for me not to be out there.
I got a guy. He pull up. If one man with a lawnmower and a Camry, he get it done. $50 every other week.
Oh, that's hustling right there. I hope he got a towel on the back seat.
Yeah, that man saving gas like a motherfucker.
He pulled a lawnmower out the back of a Camry. And
that is efficient. That is the definition of efficiency. Because all these landscaping companies be having these dually trucks with the trailer and like 3-4 lawnmowers in the back. My man said, "Look, I need one thing in my Camry."
There's the word of the night right there.
A weed eater, and my lawn looks better than anybody on the block.
That's a song in itself.
That's the word of the week right now. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Is efficiency. All right, efficiency is the word of the night.
And the definition, the definition is homeboy that cuts grass in the Camry. That's the definition.
Let me ask y'all. Did anybody on the panel here spend money on that fight this weekend? Anybody watch that fight?
Absolutely not.
I watched the highlights on YouTube, but I did not pay for that. We knew what was going to happen. Just saying.
What I've learned is that anytime Floyd Mayweather is affiliated with anything pay-per-view, if you're looking for action, oohs and ahs, like you're not going to get that with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is there to collect his check. He's not going to give you the big play. He's not going to give you this ooh, wow moment. He's basically finessing all of America. The man literally admitted he got cut a check for $100 million just to literally fight a guy that he knew was not going to do anything to him. The guy's a genius. He might not be able to talk or read right, but homeboy is a genius.
But he can count his money. I mean,
as long as he can count them bands, he's doing something right.
I was definitely confused when he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight this loudmouth white guy," and I was just like, "Oh my god, here we go. This dude is really trying to set him up." But then I thought about it and I watched an interview he did before, and he was just like, "I mean, this is really easy money." Like he was like, "I mean, this guy is not really a professional." He's like, he's like, "I'm going to extort as much money as I can out of these people while I'm doing this," and he did. Now, the white boy was crazy enough, but see, they'll do stuff like get beat up and stuff for a couple $1 million. I mean, all right, I get it.
He's not a genius also? Logan and Jake Paul may also be, may want to add them to the genius category because they getting paid too, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
They definitely.
I just think Floyd has more to lose, Well, first off, we're going to call this an exhibition so that my record is not tainted with, and that, if I do somehow get embarrassed, it's only on social media to make fun of me. I can still, keep my record intact and, my dignity.
That was my concern because I honestly had never heard of Jake or Logan Paul before this whole situation. And I was already super irritated with what is his name? The UFC fighter who I did like until they actually showed more of his personality, and then I don't like him. The Irishman dude.
Oh, Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor.
I liked him better when he just stayed on that side. When he tried to come out and like really steal everything that Floyd Mayweather does, his persona literally, I was kind of annoyed with that.
As somebody that really likes the sport of boxing, I can't really condone any of these exhibition fights. Floyd Mayweather versus Jake Logan Paul, whatever one it was. The Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., we're disrespecting the sport at this point. I get it, get your money while you can, but I really want to see boxing. I really want to see people fighting, so there's no way I would spend money on that exhibition fight, and I didn't even watch it. I did see some highlights. I saw Ocho Cinco get knocked down.
What was that about? Like, let me ask you guys. So I saw that too, and I didn't even realize he was as tall as he was. But what is the deal with like these randoms, like just having these boxing fights? Like, is this just like a male ego thing where they feel like it looks easy enough when you try it, or
these people being dumb? Like, look, y'all. Yes, Ocho Cinco, great football player. You took some hits on the football field, but boxing is a whole nother beast, bro. You will never catch me as if I became a retired athlete, you'll never catch me in a boxing ring ever. I'm not. I get it. Maybe he's trying to get some checks. I don't know what his money situation like. I'm not going to try to assume. But dude, there's other things you could be doing. You know, you could go open a damn Bojangles or something and make some money. But like, you want to go out there and box. Like, not everybody, you can be a fighter, you can know how to fight, but it's different as a boxer. Like, that's a whole nother realm. And, you know, you can't grapple, you can't use your legs, you know, you can't do some of these cheap shots that you be doing in the streets. Like, dude, boxing's a whole nother ballgame. You will never catch me in a boxing ring.
And
ever.
it was so crazy. Did you see how, I guess it's Logan, right? Logan Paul just kept, he's like a lot taller than Floyd Mayweather, but he kept like laying on top of him because he was tired. And it was just hard to watch. I was like, this dude is literally hanging in here for the money because he's tired. He's punching twice as many shots. It was bad to me.
That's what I'm saying. And, you know, maybe Rich Uncle Marcus can elaborate more on it, but like boxing, one part of it is the fighting aspect of it. The other part is like the stamina piece. Like, you got to be like in shape like a track star to like keep up, you know, all those rounds. So like, you go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, people think like a round was 3 minutes. People think like 3 minutes. Have you ever had to fight for 3 minutes? Like, you probably been in a fight. It didn't last 3 minutes. I'm telling you, I don't know what type of fights you've been in. They didn't last 3 minutes. You talking about rounds, 3 minute rounds.
Oh
in a
my
full
God.
boxing match, you talking about 10, sometimes 12, 15 rounds, 3 minutes of each. Listen, I don't care who you are. If you're not trained for that, and you got boxers that have been training for their whole life, by the time they get to, you know, a certain amount of rounds, they're winded. So you got this dude who been on YouTube. You think he's gonna just walk in the ring and hold his own? I don't know. I don't understand the why people are, you know, why boxing? You want to choose to get your brain knocked around for a couple minutes? I don't know.
I don't think they realize some people have gotten the boxing ring and died from complications. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I'm good, especially like Ocho Cinco. Like, he's young when it comes to, like, you know, life age. Like, he might be 16. He might be what, in his early 40s at this point.
Yeah,
like,
I think he's 40. He's 42. I think. Yeah, he's 42.
Yeah, bro. Like, you could be chilling at a penthouse in Miami. You could be doing a lot of other stuff. Like, I don't get it. I really don't.
Ocho Cinco, you already got football brain. That's whole
right. You got the whole you know, concussion,
CTE
shit going on.
So now, why you want to choose boxing on top of that? These are the two main sports that are contributing to brain injuries. So now you want to go to this one. Now you done took this shot to the head. Who knows what other injuries this is contributing to? So no, I got other ways. If I want to try to drum up some money, do a little quick money grab, you're not gonna punch me in my face and knock my brain.
He said, you're not gonna knock my brain around.
I'm super duper straight on it. The only guy I ever was cool with going from like athlete to like UFC was the Hardy guy. I can't think of his first name right now. He used to be a defensive end.
Oh, Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy, bro. Yeah. When Greg Hardy went to UFC, I was like, that's his shit. He been in the wrong sport this whole time.
He clearly had some issues he needed to get out.
Yeah,
and you know,
football got them restrictions and levels. So you go handle that shit in UFC, buddy.
Oh man, how do you like stay still? Like, I like sports and I like some rough sports, but UFC is just like cringy sometimes. I'd be like, golly, like it just be so much blood on the floor, and I'm just
shit. Well, if you think that's bad, I think a few matches ago, a guy was kicking a dude, and he kicked the dude so hard that he broke his leg just trying to kick him. What? And like when he stepped back, his leg looked like an L, and he didn't realize it. So when he landed, it was bad. Yeah,
I'm definitely not putting that picture in. You can just use your imagination.
Yeah, no, please don't. Please don't. It's terrible.
Oh, y'all got technology like that? Yeah, insert that right here. Like,
oh no.
It's Sean Livingston bad. For anybody out there that's seen Sean Livingston's injury in the early 2000s, that's how bad that shit is. It was bad.
Man, that's awful. But since Rich Uncle Marcus asked for it, we're gonna reluctantly, there it is right there on the screen.
Like compound fracture right here. Look, the bone is outside the skin. Look at that. Yeah, there you go.
I'm so glad we'll see this.
I don't know the guy's name, so you'll have to look it up, but it's like hella recent.
That's gonna be a real
some
fun
white
video.
guy
Dang,
that helps it all.
16 coming through the visuals. I'm like, man, I thought we was gonna get away with that one. But in honor of Rich Uncle Marcus, he's gonna put that joint right there, y'all. Y'all ask for it.
No,
Gotta give the people what they want.
Look,
I don't know if they want
disclaimer in there. This could be triggering. So if you're gonna be
Well,
triggered,
we
just fast
got the
forward.
disclaimer.
You might
We
throw
got
up
the
your
disclaimer at
breakfast.
the very beginning of the show. It says that it contains adult language, so viewer discretion, such and such. So
Oh, okay. Because we definitely don't know how to not have adult language on this show.
We don't.
Yes.
We don't. So I want to jump into something that we talked about kind of at length last week, but I just wanted to kind of follow up on it. So we were talking about T.I. last week and the allegations and all that stuff. So now T.I., I don't know if this is the appropriate time for him to do this, but now he's saying that this next album that he's putting out, that's it for him. He's done. This is his retirement. He's done. Okay. So the final album that he's doing is called Kill the King. All right. So
Wow.
I don't.
What?
I'm confused by something that T.I. is doing here. Why is in this time frame the right time to, put out like what's the point? Like, shouldn't he be fighting these allegations? I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense to me. Somebody make it make sense.
We cannot.
So
Wow.
I must preface it. Clifford Harris is one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Yes.
Still to this day. But some of his actions lately, I cannot condone. But yes, I just heard about this album today, and I heard I guess this is the first single was like, is this what it's come to? He's addressing the accusation in the song. He addresses the accusations in the song. I mean, of course, he's denying them, but I think, I don't know, T.I. has always had this, it's one of the things that makes you a fan of his, is this aggression. He's never backed down from nobody, right? It didn't matter who it was. But there are times where you face situations like, maybe this is one where you should just be quiet. Somebody in his camp should be like, you know what? Let's think. I really feel like they were starting to go away. People had kind of, it wasn't in the news anymore. But now here you come. Don't get the Bill Cosby treatment. That's all I'm saying, T.I. You got a lot more time to spend in jail. So I don't know. Somebody should have told him, like, are you sure this is a great point?
That's an excellent point. We did talk about this last week, and we concur with you. I even said this last week that the stories had kind of started to die down, the publicity, and his hood mentality to confront everything. Like, it's literally a street confrontation that you just gonna pull up at somebody's house and put them in check, and that's gonna be that. You are checkmating yourself, sir. Like, you should have this is what you don't pay people to, you don't cut your own grass, you pay someone. You can't be your own defense lawyer. You pay someone because they're specialized in usually telling you just to be quiet. The whole Sabrina situation with that chick, there's like a possible statute of limitations on that. There's really no evidence for a lot of stuff per se. So you could have just kind of handled all of this stuff in court. No witnesses were super coming forward and identifying themselves. So,
Well, Diva,
kill the king.
Hold on, I was gonna say my focus on that more was less about the allegations, and I'm not trying to downplay that, but it's more on the music. I guess I'm trying to find out, do we care? Like, with all this stuff hanging around.
The answer is no. The answer is no. Nobody cares. This is coming from somebody that loves T.I. and like really respected him. Nobody cares. Nobody asked for this. You could have said you could have just came out with the album, go about your business. This ain't no Kobe Bryant farewell tour treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cares if this is your retirement, because let's be honest. Do we take rapper retirement seriously? Because they retire for 2 years and then they come back.
I really thought he had retired, you guys. Like, I really thought he retired a couple years ago. Like, what? I mean,
rap end up retiring you. You don't retire rap. You hang around too long and people stop listening. That's what happens.
And that's what we're
Facts.
witnessing here.
Exactly.
With
That's
a lot
exactly what I
of
was
with
gonna
a
say.
lot of my favorites. The thing I don't want to hear you talk about selling drugs anymore. We know you haven't probably touched drugs, and maybe
what
you
would
use
he
drugs.
rap
You might
about
use
though?
drugs.
Like,
You haven't really. You gotta rap about rich Uncle Marcus stuff. You gotta rap about the people that do that cut your grass, right? Rap about I bought some Bitcoin today. I don't know what you do.
Yeah,
but
something.
it can't be I'm on the block, I still got guns, because we don't want to hear that from you anymore. You're 40.
Because it's not
like
authentic.
Rap is going to age you out.
Yeah.
like Future's aging out, and he just keeps dating 19-year-old girls to stay relevant. Awkward.
And at some point, like, especially with Future, how many drugs can you do, right? I mean, at this point, we've heard you rap about all the drugs you've done. Yes, what you did to these women, that's fine. But rappers aren't good at adjusting. Rappers don't adjust well to different phases of their life. It's like I'm stuck at 19, at 21, and they want to rap about the same thing for the rest of their lives, and people just stop wanting to hear it.
See, Snoop was smart. Snoop started doing other things that he's always associated with music, don't get me wrong, but he started transitioning into other genres where he was relatable to people moderately within 15 years of his age and older. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing Martha Stewart, and he's doing game shows, and he's doing all these other appearances and stuff where he's still relevant as a rapper. He still comments on talent and stuff, but he's not out here really trying to do this stuff.
And I will say that Snoop has one subject. Are we 420 friendly on this show?
We are.
Okay. So yeah, yes. Snoop can rap about weed. Weed is timeless. Weed is forever relevant. Weed is even more relevant now
as you get older.
So yeah. So Snoop found a lane. Snoop found one that he can run in. Now, even with Snoop, sometimes you get songs from him where he's talking about cripping still, and I'm like, all right, Snoop, we know you're. I guess once a crip, always a crip. I guess that's how the policy works. But I don't know what the crip retirement plan is. But sometimes when I hear talking about
we don't really know what's in the details of that 401k. Yeah.
It reminds me like comedian Roy Wood he's like, if I was a crip at this age, I had to be like crip supervisor or something. You should have moved up in crip management. Like, yeah, but Snoop can rap about weed forever because that weed is science.
Exactly. But
shoot, that's what he just dropped the album, and one of the songs on there is talking about roaches in his ashtray. Basically, the entire song is just about him getting high. You can listen to that because he's actually doing that at that moment.
Literally. And like
even I was gonna say, even the music he comes out with, like, he's not promoting it. Like, he's literally just having fun in the studio and making shit just cause.
Yeah.
Yep. And guys like
and that's different. And
since day one, I just download and keep listening,
Yeah, so Rich Uncle Marcus, 16 is truly just a fan of the 90s music. Yeah, it's great music. It's great music, but when we compare
it like it's a problem.
It's not until we be like, yeah, so 2010 and other, he'd be like,
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, when we talk about the Mount Rushmore, the 2010s, and he brought up Eminem, like, Jesus.
Eminem, oh, nah, I was with you up to that one.
See, my brother threw that out there without context. We were doing the Mount Rushmore. I was saying, I'm this big fan. I just said that if we're doing a Mount Rushmore, he's the based on the numbers guy. Based on the numbers, Eminem was the top selling artist of the 2010s when it came to hip hop. He tossed that out there like I was flying the flag or something. Come on, dress it up a little bit, man. I just said based on the numbers, he deserved to be on there. He was trying to set me up.
So the question was over like rap Mount Rushmore.
So the question was, Spotify had made this post and they made like a Mount Rushmore of the 2010s in regards to hip hop, and they had Drake, they had Kendrick Lamar, and they had J. Cole. And they were saying that who deserves the 4th spot. So we had a conversation last week about who we felt like deserved to be in that 4th spot, because it's truly, in my mind, and a lot of us agree, that it's a toss-up. Like, you could literally put a lot of different people in that spot. The 3 that were there, you would have probably agreed that, that they deserve to be there. There's not really a lot of pushback to take one of them off for somebody else. But the 4th spot was kind of just wide open. So we just kind of talked about like who we thought deserved to be in that 4th spot.
I could see Eminem, but I've always I'm be honest with you, I'm completely biased. I'm not an Eminem fan. I always felt like his numbers were inflated. And I'm gonna try to say this. I know y'all told me to be myself and say it.
Go on to say it. I'll say it if you don't go. You ain't gonna say it. I'll say it.
Listen, white people support people that look like them. So that's why Eminem has the fan base that he does. It's just like anybody who is white and that excels in a field that is predominantly black, considered a black field, they're going to become popular. You don't even really have to be that good. You're just going to become popular. So that's why you get somebody like right now in the NBA, you see people like, not some of the stars that they're pushing, like what's his name, Djokovic in Denver, or my guy in
Dallas.
I can't remember his name. But if you can be good in a field that's normally dominated by black people, as a white man, you're going to become popular. And I feel like that's for us to. It's the same thing. It happens if we see somebody black in a field that's normally, predominantly white. So same reason why, as a person, Tiger Woods is trash, but we rooted for him as a golfer, right? We root for Serena. We root for Venus, Naomi Osaka. And it's the reverse. That's what Eminem gets to me. So yes, he does have the numbers, and you can't argue with numbers. But I think that's what's behind his numbers. If I was adding somebody to that list, I really don't know who I could. If not Eminem, I don't know. What were the other options that were thrown around to be added?
So consensus, it was Future.
Rick Ross
got the 4th spot. Rick Ross came up. Nicki Minaj was brought up. Migos was brought up.
Even T.I. was brought up in the conversation of that time frame. So it was
T-Pain was brought up.
T-Pain.
And I think you had to qualify, like, what's the qualifications? Are we talking numbers? Are we talking influence? If we talking influence, a name that just popped in my head, Gucci. Gucci is the father of a lot. Gucci and Wayne, if you're talking influence.
Yeah. I think we were talking kind of like a 360, because we had that specific question came up, and we were talking about numbers was just a part of it, but like influence and behind the scenes, because just because someone wasn't necessarily like, for T-Pain, it was auto-tune influence, it was super heavy. Everybody was doing it. It lasted for quite some time. He did it, and then a lot of people started doing it after him. Easy said Migos for the same thing, from mumble rap, even though I'm not a fan, but it really did kind of like take off. Nicki Minaj,
Young Thug was brought up too.
But
just like
the father of a lot of these new rappers. They are
right, and that's why I brought him up. But also too, like his music, and not only that, but like songs he was featured on. You got to think about not just the songs they came out with, but like the people that was on a ton of songs as features, and that's why Future was so heavily discussed, because he had a lot of hits during that decade. He was featured on a lot of songs during that decade. He was
even
behind
though
the
I called
scenes
him a
producing
repeat rapper, but he got rich off of repeating himself.
Hey, that shit slapped though.
When you in a club and and you just get that right combination of alcohol, and like March Madness comes on, I don't know.
There you go.
I mean, yeah,
it's undefeated, rappers, man.
You just have to be in the right mindset, the right atmosphere. Like if you, like I said, you in the club and you hear like Dirty Soda in the styrofoam, you just like,
I know.
It's perfect.
And not all of the rap has to be serious. A lot of it, we got our best life in the club off of some crazy foolishness. And it still be popping to this day. Like you still get crunk off some of the stuff you know what I'm saying, you listen to.
I definitely do.
He wasn't so big, but I mean, I still will crank to the loudest degree in my car Ace Hood. Like I like a lot of his songs, and I don't know what happened with his contract and all this other stuff, but I was a big Ace Hood fan, so I liked a lot of stuff.
People found out he wasn't that great. That's what that was.
Aww.
Sorry. I mean, he had some bangers, you know, early part of the decade. He was there. He was up there. And then it's just like, oh, Ace Hood came out with a song.
16, don't even do it. I know where you're going. Don't do it.
Is he about to say the best way to listen to Ace Hood is to throw it in the trash?
Probably, or he's gonna make me name 3 songs, and he knows I'm stuck at that. So it's like,
I wasn't going to, but since we are there, Diva, name 3 Ace Hood songs.
Do it. He always.
I was sitting here trying to think. I was like, woke up in a Bugatti.
Is one. Bugatti is one.
How many people does it take to name 3 Ace Hood songs?
I'm so hood, and then song? He featured on there, I think, with T-Pain, but he was on there. I think it was a bunch of them on there.
Yeah, it was a DJ Khaled song.
DJ Khaled collaboration track.
But he was in that clip. You know, I honestly want to know, like, what happened to DJ Khaled had a whole crew at one point, and they was going hard for a minute.
Shit,
what
DJ Khaled
happened?
Is somebody we didn't talk about last week, and he would have an argument.
Oh yeah.
He's still doing collaborations.
Yeah,
he's a DJ. Is what he had a
little situation with Cash Money too, right? I think that may ruin his. That ruined his situation. Ruined a lot of the people that were under him. So I don't know if Ace was like, "We the best Cash Money" or something. I don't know, but I think DJ Khaled had a little situation with Cash Money, and you know what happens with Cash Money. You don't get your money.
I forgot about
you do eventually.
That was another Ace Hood song.
Yeah, eventually you get your money. It's just, you know, it's furloughed. You know, you gotta wait till.
Man, this show is true. Ain't nobody talked about Ace Hood in never, and here we are bringing him up on the show. Just saying.
It's what we do. Random.
That's later, but literally nobody's talking about that, like at all. Like.
I'm talking about it, okay?
You keeping the Ace Hood streams up, that's real kind of you, real admirable.
Listen, I like his clean yoga lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? You know, he treat his queen good on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? It looks cute. He's a family man. I like how he's transitioned his life. He's not out here still talking about the hood life.
He got rap songs about yoga.
He's just, you know, on Instagram, he's about wellness and holistic lifestyle and, you know, stuff I like.
Yeah, you better do something. Ain't nobody buying it. Well, you downloading it, you listening, but ain't nobody who listening. I'm just.
You always come for me on every show, and I got one. You can get the single barrel or the double. Which one you want?
I'm prepared for either. I get them every week. You know, it's all good. Jeez. So, oh man, so the hip hop thing always brings out, you know, conversation, and it becomes a debate because y'all look at me like I'm old and I don't care about none of this new stuff. Especially Easy, he gives it to me all the time, whether it's on the show or outside the show, where he's telling me about, you need to be listening to this person. I don't know what you're listening to. Sound like a boomer.
But he usually doesn't listen. Like that's where it comes from. So, like 16 does the recommendation game wrong. Like somebody recommends something to you, you recommend something to them, and then you listen, and then you give feedback on what was recommended. 16 recommends something to you, expects you to listen, and then when you recommend something, it's like, when I get to it, you know.
This is facts.
This is 100% facts.
That's so funny because Rich Uncle Marcus, we used to attempt on this show to recommend other movies that we're supposed to watch. And so 16 wouldn't watch our recommendations, but then he wants to make fun of us for not watching his movie recommendations.
Gosh, okay. So I see what position 16 plays in this. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So 16, what do you listen to? What are you listening to?
Well, this is misconception on the show that I don't listen to anything past 1998. That's what my man Cujo says. He was like, if it go past 1998, you ain't really listening. But I do listen to some artists that are out there right now. But I do have a very fond nostalgia for the stuff that was released in the mid to late 90s. I feel like that was the best era of hip hop. You know, between the time when the Chronic came out all the way through like Tupac's prime into Biggie and all that stuff. That's some of the best hip hop you'll ever hear. I don't know how much it aged well at this point, but man, you know, that's a lot of good stuff that was made within that era. And they get on me about it, but you know, it brings back good memories and stuff.
I agree. I'm a big fan of 90s hip hop. I still listen to Outkast like it's brand new. Like, yeah, Outkast is always, every single year, you know how Spotify will roll out your most listened to artist. Outkast is in that list every year for me. So I get it. So I still listen to a lot of the stuff from the 90s. But I will at least make an effort. Now, I will say lately, a lot of stuff that I've been hearing, and I feel like there's just way too many rappers now. And I don't know about y'all. I don't know if I'm getting older.
The market is definitely diluted, if you will. And there's a lot of inflation.
Yeah,
for sure.
Fact.
So, and I'm like, how are they all getting paid? They all, like, you see them though, but they all got the jewelry is getting bigger, the piles of money, the money phones are getting bigger. Like, how are all these rappers getting paid? There's too many. Is it that much money going around?
Yes. Well, what I found out was, because I'm my age or whatever, my friend has an 18-year-old. And a lot of these rappers, I'm like, where did they come from? And why are their names started with little something? So apparently, I mean, we always grew up with like underground rappers and all this stuff, but the culture of today's underground rappers who are independent is like massively huge. And they're all getting paid online. And then they have these underground concerts and stuff that's just not mainstream. And this is how these kids are making all of this money. And you're just kind of like, they're not on BET, they're not on MTV, they're not on the radio, but they have these massively large fan base. And so we're used to like YouTube and SoundCloud and all of this stuff. But then there's these other platforms that are huge, but just not in our age group. So we don't know about it. So that's how I found out. I'm like, how are these kids like rich? And then, like, you know, unfortunately, when something happens to one of them and like out of nowhere, there's all of this mourning and support for people you never ever heard of before. Apparently, that's what's happening. I mean,
yeah, just so that we stay hip. Yes, they are the SoundCloud rappers. That's what they're called. So that way we stay cool with the kids. Yes, we know about SoundCloud rappers. Yeah, we're there. Yes. We're good.
I don't listen to any of them, but
they've evolved from the guys who are writing rap lyrics in the YouTube comments and the instrumentals. So now that, you know, they're on SoundCloud now. But, you know, SoundCloud works out because, I mean, we got a partnership with a couple of those artists to use some of their music as background music that we've networked with. So, you know, it is used to that SoundCloud generation for sure. So I'm just saying, I just have my, you know, what Rich Uncle Marcus was asking me, I just have my wheelhouse of that stuff that's in the 90s. And also I pivoted a little bit away from hip hop because R&B, you know, there's some other R&B artists out there that have started like a renaissance with that, where it's not traditional R&B. Like you take a group like the Internet, I bump their stuff all the time.
Yeah,
it's not traditional R&B, but it's some of the best stuff you ever listen to. So
yeah,
you know, it make you change your taste. Like, okay, music ain't really popping the way I wanted to as far as hip hop goes. That's cool. I'll just find something else that's doing well. So that's how that works, you know.
I like the Internet. I actually listened to Sir and didn't know that he used to be in the Internet. So that was pretty dope.
Sir, Sid,
yeah.
Sid's
I was about to say Sid has done a lot of solo stuff, features, her own projects, like
Yeah, you know, or if you into them, you listen to Odd Future. It's a lot of stuff to, you know, find out there little.
Hey, 16, you know about Odd Future? Oh my God.
I'm like, yo, he at least in 2010 now. Come on, and he's at least he at least 2010.
Yeah,
I think we have to insert.
Hold on,
a round of applause.
Hold on, time out. I'm about to get 16 at his own game. 16, name 3 members of Odd Future. And I'll help
3
you out,
members
past or present.
Past or present. Man, how you gonna use my own game against me, man? Because I know them, but I see how it is when you put somebody on the spot. When you ask them that, they can't come up with it. So he got me. Wait a minute, Tyler the Creator was in that group.
Yeah.
He's kind of the ringleader, but yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah. And
okay,
you could sort of count Sid on that because she was around with that.
She was. So that's 2. You need one more, buddy.
Huh.
Man, there's one on here that you listen to this guy.
I'm surprised he hadn't said the one.
I'm surprised he's arguably the most famous person of the crew.
Damn, I'm gonna have to add some Jeopardy music right here or something. I can't.
We're gonna insert Jeopardy music now.
Or hold on. We're gonna put on there the friendly YouTube version, so we don't get no issues version of whatever that might be. All right, easy. So what is it, man? Tell me.
Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean was part of Odd Future.
I
Earl Sweatshirt would have also been another acceptable answer, but I don't know if everybody listens to Earl Sweatshirt. So.
See what happens when I go outside the 90s and see what shit happens to me. I get my own game put on. Whatever. All right.
Now you see how it feels.
Whatever. Y'all just keep on the way. We got to argue about something. What we fighting about this week, man? One got to go.
Sounds like we're doing one gotta go roulette. But let's see what we got in the photo album that is One Gotta Go. As we scroll to it. So Rich Uncle Marcus, any kind of topics that you kind of want to argue about? You know, food, rappers, anything, comedians, anything?
Down to argue about anything. I will argue my point about anything. Especially, listen, I'm very passionate about food.
Yes.
And
rap.
We're very food motivated on this show. We argue about food all the time. Don't we?
Rappers. We can
do.
Yes, we
TV
do. We have
shows.
a picky eater contest.
Well, we could start with this one. I don't know if we've done it before, but shit, we got different people, so you know it makes the argument that much better. So this one is burger joints, fast food burger joints. So we got Burger King, Wendy's, Sonic, McDonald's, Hardee's, and Checkers. So I'll repeat them again. We got Burger King, Wendy's, Sonic, McDonald's, Hardee's, and Checkers. And let me just say off the rip, Checkers is staying. It's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. And if I'm picking anyone out of here that's got to go, unfortunately, Burger King's got to get the fuck out. Yeah.
I gotta go. I gotta go Burger King too. Burger King, yeah, get the fuck on.
Dang.
If out of that list, honestly, well, it was gonna be between Burger King or Hardee's, which I haven't. I don't think I had Hardee's in years. Matter of fact, maybe I'll change my answer. I'll say Hardee's because I actually have. I dabble in. I'm sometimes vegan, flexitarian, so I will go get an Impossible Whopper from Burger King every now and then. I haven't actually set foot in a Hardee's or went through a Hardee's drive-through in years, but I like their commercials. I like the food looks good on the commercial.
Well, clearly they're not working all the way.
I don't know about where y'all live. I'm in Augusta, and there are a couple Hardee's around here, but they all just seem to be out of the way, and they're like a former something else. You know what I mean? Like it used to be something else, but now they made it into a Hardee's. So I haven't actually made it into a Hardee's. So I think I might say Hardee's. I completely agree with you. Just for nostalgia, you can't get rid of Checkers. The fries and the burgers at Checkers you can't get rid of. Sonic Happy Hour just for the slushies and the
I know from 2 to 4, the blue coconut slushie is the business.
You can't get rid of Sonic. McDonald's, people hate on McDonald's. People talk a lot of shit about McDonald's, but McDonald's is just consistent. Once you go above the value menu, the shit is really tasty.
Like once you get
can't
above
argue
that
with
$3 threshold, you getting some really good quality shit that's terrible for you, okay? But it's great and it tastes good.
Quality
Okay?
shit.
It's
That's
gonna,
terrible. I
it's
like
gonna
it.
kill you.
It's good.
It's
Like
gonna
Cece
kill
says,
you.
it's gonna kill you.
Oh,
But goddamn
God.
it, man, once you get
Yo.
above that $3 threshold, bro, you getting some quality shit. I'll tell you what.
McDonald's is just old faithful, just old reliable. But yeah, I agree. Stop eating the McChickens though. Like that. Don't get McChickens and McDonald's.
Hey, Rich Uncle Marcus, that McChicken been there for you before though. You've been hurting in the pocket. That McChicken been there for you before.
Especially when you found out about the secret menu
right,
and you got the McGangbang.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about the McGangbang. You got to
Hey,
get
look.
So what?
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta
wow.
get the McGangbang.
Man, look. So the McDonald's, we putting it out there. Sorry, McDonald's. McDonald's got this secret menu, okay? And obviously it's not on the ordering board of the TV, whatever you want to call it. But if you know about it, you can order it. So the McGangbang is a McDouble, but in between the two burger patties, you get a hot and spicy patty or a McChicken patty right in between it. And that's a McGangbang.
So is this
And there's
like
other
all
things like
chicken,
this on
or
the
is
menu.
it like a hamburger and then a chicken patty?
No,
Oh,
like
yeah,
you
it's
literally the two burger patties, a McChicken right in between it. Smash that together, and then you put two buns on top.
A guy
Yeah.
totally made this name up because clearly,
Absolutely, and he was probably
McGangbang.
white. And he was probably
Right.
white.
very much so. Burgers are gonna. That is just disturbing.
Good.
2 burgers, gangbang, and chicken. Like
You said some dude was like, "Yo, Richie." He's like, "Yo, Richie, we're gonna call that thing the McGangbang." That's what you said.
Look, let me tell y'all something. And this is probably will be good for random, but white people are the most creative people in this world. Like the names that they come up
In
with
certain things. Sorry.
in certain things. But when it comes to like goofy names and shit like that, these people are undefeated, man. Like especially like I'm playing flag football and softball, and the names for these teams that these white folks come up with, man, it's just like, wow, I would have never thought about that. You know, it's just
Or trivia. The trivia team. If you ever go to somewhere where they have trivia night and you listen to the names, you like, what? Yeah.
that's what I'm
people.
saying. Like, I was gonna say fantasy football, but like there's some they use players' names and come up with the craziest team name. Like one year I was playing fantasy football and somebody named their team after Patrick Mahomes. And the name of the team was Rolling with Mahomies. I'm like, only white people would come up with something like that.
That's cute. They do, and they also name restaurants. Like we always try to like have some kind of association, like that makes sense. They will literally name a restaurant or a clothing store something that has absolutely nothing to do with the store.
And guess what? Motherfuckers will be in there because somehow, one way or another, they ended up in that store.
It'll be called the Black Door, and it's just like American burgers and stuff. And you're like, well, what does the Black Door have to do with anything with burgers? Hey, what it is, what it is.
But if you ask, there's probably a story behind it. Like, when I was a kid, I used to spend summers at my grandma's house in Virginia. She had a black door on her house. So I decided when I got a restaurant, I'm going to call it the Black Door.
The Black Door, in memory of my grandmother's house. Like, they do. But then they forget to put it on the website. So then you're just like, yeah. So ask the waitress.
I was just about to say, the explanation for the random shit is on the website that nobody checks. But yeah, that too.
Steve, let me ask you a question, all right? Because you are, I don't care what the game says that we played previously. I still feel like you the pickiest eater on this show. I feel like I've been jobbed several times. So I'm looking at this list and I'm like, she ain't gonna eat none of this shit. She gonna tell them all they got to go. But that's not the game. Only one of them. She's laughing because she know I'm right.
It's funny because it sounds like Burger King staying.
So what's got to go from you? I'm very interested to hear this.
I mean, since you had to blow my spot 16, because I don't really F with burgers at none of these places. The only thing that I did have that was remotely was that Impossible Burger from Burger King, okay? But like, if I had to truly now Hardee's has some bomb breakfast, okay? Like, they really do. Like, I wasn't, if you got to get a quality sausage biscuit, that's where you go, not McDonald's. I don't know what that is. But McDonald's can go.
Whoa.
Die.
Wow. McDonald's is staying strictly because of their breakfast, in my opinion. Their shit's great.
Those pancakes
hash browns are the best.
The only thing for breakfast is the hash browns and the orange juice, and that's only
because they
start selling it simply instead of the stuff they mix.
Well, they almost lost my business because they got rid of the bacon, egg, and cheese McBagel. But that's another story for another day. But their breakfast is still very good.
Those cheap ass pancakes, no sir. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna also plug y'all real quick. Wendy's has excellent breakfast if you haven't had it yet.
I used to work there. The breakfast is not excellent. Matter of fact, the best way to enjoy their breakfast is to throw that shit right in the trash.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. For the record, when was the last time you worked at Wendy's?
I don't know. That was like 1997, but that's not the point.
My point.
Did Wendy's serve breakfast in 1997?
Exactly. They probably didn't.
Breakfast was a new thing.
Certain ones. But I want to see Diva ducking right here, man. She keeps changing the subject. Which one got to go?
Yeah, she said McDonald's got to get out.
McDonald's burgers are trash. When I was a little kid, I never ate them. I actually used to shove them in the back of my parents' car seat. And then one day they cleaned the seat out, like at the car wash place, and they found all of these hamburgers with one bite out of them and wrapped in the thing. And I kept telling them, I don't like these. And they'd be like, well, that's what you're going to get. You know how Black parents tell you can't order anything else other than what they tell you, right? The burgers were still intact and they didn't smell at all. So
that's what I was going to ask next.
They did have a smell. They didn't decompose. They literally were the same. The bread was hard, but like the cheese, everything was the same. And from that day forward, my parents never made me eat a McDonald's hamburger again. And they just taste nasty. So they got to go.
You wouldn't give McDonald's a pass just simply before the Happy Meal? Like, did you at least get the toy out the box before you threw the hamburger away?
Did you eat the fries?
That's a great question.
I did. I ate the fries and I drank the Sprite. And the hell with the hamburger.
What about the toys?
I did. I collected toys, especially. Listen, I still, to this day, have some of the Beanie Babies that came in the Happy Meals. I do. Hopefully they're worth something. I would sell those bitches.
Hey, look, check this out. So for me, the one that has to go is Hardee's. It can just be gone. I'm good on that. Tried them a couple of times, just not remotely interested. It's not something that would come up on the radar. They got one like right down the street from where I live, and I've literally passed it by every day, and they
definitely do. Right there every day. Floyd Road.
It's right there on the corner, and I just pass right by it. My mind is on the other things for sure.
I remember when Hardee's used to sell fried chicken, or am I too old?
I remember that. I remember they used to sell fried chicken.
Hardee's used to sell fried chicken.
You can go get a box from them.
There, buddy.
It actually wasn't half bad either, though.
Hardee's used to have really good fried chicken.
It wasn't bad.
Wow. What year was that?
Okay, hold on.
If you could go 90s.
If you could go to Publix, it's like getting Publix through the drive-thru.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. What is the comparable to it? So grocery store fried chicken. That's what it sounds like. Okay.
Publix,
so that's pretty good then.
Not just any grocery store, but I mean for a drive-through, and it's nice. You know, it's 1991. You rolling through, your mom's bringing home. You ain't gonna turn it down. It's all right. It'll do. It'll work.
Get you some sides, some mashed potatoes and gravy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
With a Mountain Dew,
Hardy said they don't know what the fuck they got going on, so they just gonna offer everything. Like, hey, 16. Did you say which? Wait, you said Hardy's gotta go?
Yeah, Hardy's gotta go.
16 has one with his name on it.
Whatever. Hardy's gotta go. Well, Stan, for me, Rich Uncle Marcus was talking about it before. It's like at this point, McDonald's is an institution. The fries, that's the one that's staying for me, you know. But
I feel like for me, if we had to pick one that's staying, Wendy's is staying for me because that 4 for 4 never hurts. It never fails. It's always on time.
I mean, if I'm against my back's against the wall, yeah, I will go to Wendy's if I have to before I go to McDonald's. Because I'm only gonna eat the fries at McDonald's. Let's just be real. And I don't. Yeah. And I don't know.
I say Sonic gotta stay too. Like you can't get rid of
See,
Sonic.
Sonic's so expensive, dog. Like,
Man,
I mean, I agree.
man,
I agree with you from
it's
a
good,
quality
though.
standpoint. Sonic is
Back
so
in
good.
the day,
But it's not.
back in the
But look,
day, that
easy.
Coney dog was the bomb with the
It ain't no
the
less.
chili cheese.
It ain't no less expensive than Popeyes. Imagine how much you spent your last time you rode through the drive-thru at Popeyes. How
Well,
expensive
hey,
that shit is.
you
But
you
that's
right.
just different, though.
You right. But you know, we don't have Popeyes on here, so you know you already know how I feel about Popeyes. That's just an
Man.
I'm just
elite
saying
of
in
its
general.
own.
If you're talking about price,
But I
point.
will say, Sonic from top to bottom probably has the best all-around menu. You could get a hot dog from there. You could get the fucking jalapeno poppers. You can get some damn chicken
Mozzarella
nuggets. You can get
and
some,
they offer it
and it's
all
all
day.
good.
You can get whatever
All
all
slap.
day.
Their
Sonic
breakfast is really good.
I've never had. Oh, I did used to get Sonic breakfast like back in the
Hey,
day.
look,
Like, ooh, wow,
Between
long
that
time ago.
toaster,
That junk
and
was
that
the
breakfast
bomb.
burrito.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of French toast sticks, and they got some bomb French toast sticks.
They are good.
Sonic. Yeah.
I totally forgot about it. But you know, when I worked in Gwinnett, I used to go to the Sonics for breakfast. But yeah, that breakfast sandwich, that was bomb because they have it at Texas toast bread and yeah. Dang, wow. They
So
don't
I want to
promote
hear
the
more
bread.
about like how picky are you two? Like how picky are the two?
Oh my God! Hey,
like
Rich
when
Uncle
you
Marcus,
say picky, like how
Dude.
picky?
We're
dude,
gonna
the
have to have
level,
Rich
the
Uncle Marcus
level
back
of
when we do.
pickiness,
Oh my
we do
God.
the picky eater
People-
contest.
man, it's bad.
We've literally dedicated like half of our shows in the past, and like I'll try to send you some where we literally face off, and Easy and Cujo will create a master list of food and go down the list of food, and we always are like neck and neck score, like literally at a point apart sometimes, where who's the pickiest. So they may name something like, they threw out lasagna or something, and like he doesn't eat lasagna, and I'm like, but don't you eat spaghetti? Like, what's the difference?
It's not the same. We've had this conversation. It's not the same.
No.
Stop making that
Look,
comparison.
please don't start the debate. Just let 16 say the catchphrase that is internet famous. Look. Fuck lasagna, okay?
Fuck
How about
lasagna.
that?
All right?
But yeah,
you
dude,
didn't like the fact that they assembled it and they put it all together for you. Like, do you eat your spaghetti like noodles, sauce, separate?
Oh,
You gotta put it together yourself. You like to
No,
assemble.
you gotta
the food?
listen.
You gotta
They
see
didn't even
that.
give
You gotta see
explanation.
that
It was literally
episode.
just fuck lasagna. That's what it is.
Oh my
I started trying to explain
God.
first. Just fuck.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
like this. Anything is on the table. And you might think, oh, well, you mean any nasty food. No, any food that normal, regular people love and enjoy,
Whoa.
it is on the table. It is fair game because one of them is guaranteed to say, oh, that shit's nasty.
Facts. Pretty much. And it's actually more
no
entertaining
lie
than you think. Yeah, it's super entertaining because stuff that you'd be like, oh, everybody likes that.
What
Between
about
one of
fried
us.
chicken? Like,
So
Or no, okay, I'll tell you like this. I'm gonna just name two off the rip. So do you like eggs, Rich Uncle Marcus?
Yeah.
Okay, well one person on here said, nah, that shit's disgusting. Fuck that.
like in all forms, or you just
Like
don't like
ain't fucking with it, unfuckwittable, not messing with it. Nope.
egg,
Let me think
just
of one more.
A regular egg, chicken egg.
Right.
Okay.
Chicken egg.
I'm trying to think of another one that was just like everybody loves it, and somebody was like, "Ugh, that's just nasty." 16, can you think of one?
Oatmeal.
Oh yeah, oatmeal got some slander on here.
yeah, I'm not.
Oh yeah, see, we both hate oatmeal. It's disgusting.
Now, what's crazy is I will rock an oatmeal raisin cookie, but don't you set no bowl of oatmeal in front of me. I'll turn that whole fucking table
I will
over.
flip that jump.
Turn it over.
I will. Actually, I'm gonna push it on the floor. So when you clean it up, you'll remember next time. Never make that for me again. But I will eat an oatmeal cookie.
Over. But I will eat an oatmeal raisin cookie though. I will
eat an oatmeal raisin cookie too. Weird.
Oatmeal wouldn't be my first choice. Of course, I would probably get like some grits.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thrill of it. You don't know what's fair game. You just gotta pick shit.
We need to get another pick. We need to get Rich Uncle Marcus back on here when we do a picky eater contest again. Let him see the shenanigans that go on with that.
I would love to come back.
I gained 20 pounds.
I actually have some of the list right here. I actually have some of the list right here from previous shows.
Yeah, I'm probably a very unpicky eater. I think a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. I will try
anything,
anything.
At least once.
Yeah,
at least once. And that's where 16 comes into play. I'm trying to see one that they both hated. That's normal. Do you like Chinese food at all?
Yeah, I had Chinese food earlier today.
Okay, so you fuck with dumplings, right? Like, you like them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, somebody on the show said they could go to hell. So again, I'm not gonna say names, but
that's strong feeling too. That's a very strong, not just I don't like. I don't prefer it.
Two more for you, Rich Uncle Marcus. So, do you devour tuna at all? You mess with that at all?
Okay, so what we talk about, like canned tuna,
like just canned tuna, packet. The damn tuna fucking steak, tuna.
Uncle Mark,
I will eat tuna in certain.
I was gonna say, go ahead and say it. Just say the best way to enjoy it is to throw it right in the trash.
I wouldn't go that far. But as a kid, I had my mom would make tuna fish, like the canned tuna, add mayo, relish.
Yeah.
And it's one of those foods that I ate it so much as a kid. As an adult, I will not eat tuna. That's the category where you will probably find me being the most pickiest is probably going to be in seafood. Anything outside of seafood, you can get me on. But I really just started eating seafood maybe a couple years ago, and I really only eat shrimp and fried fish. That's it.
You're black. That's all you got to eat.
Two
good choices. Because once you start stepping outside of that,
that's super duper cap. But hey, what about your tacos, Rich Uncle Marcus? You prefer a flour tortilla, a corn tortilla, or you don't mind either one?
I like both. It depends on the mood. I do like those corn tortillas with the street tacos with the onions and cilantro. Give me some the green sauce. I like those. So
tomatillo sauce.
That tomatillo sauce. Those real authentic Mexican restaurants, the ones where they prefer that you don't speak in English. That I like that. Yeah.
So for the record, corn tortilla, you like it, you'll eat it.
I'll eat a corn tortilla, definitely.
All right. Well, I just want to say the two people that we're referring to both said that could go to hell, according to my stat sheet here. Yeah,
directly.
They both said that they could go to hell.
I tried them. They're okay, but I prefer flour. I don't.
Flour.
You're eating gringo tacos. They really behind in the kitchen. They talking about you. They really are.
Look, very few people make them good. I know the ones you're talking about. I've had those. They are good, but most places the texture's not good. If I can't see your grandma back there cooking it, it's probably not good.
I had the burrito tacos.
See, that just sounds too authentic for them to even try. So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say for both of them no.
I like authentic food.
See, they grill those tortillas a little bit, and then you dunk it in the salt, the soup.
See, if it's like that, it's good. But then, if you go to the store and get corn, or you go to certain restaurants that's kind of a little too commercialized, it's not the same, and it's nasty.
I can get that. I get that. Yeah, corn tortillas I prefer. If they are handmade, you get some handmade corn tortillas.
I want to see you doing it right there, and then you put it on the flat heat plate or whatever, and then there you go. I could tolerate that.
I gotta tell you real fast, man. You and these one gotta go, man. They go every week. We always find a way to not get along with them. So appreciate you coming up with your magic as you do all the time. You're getting a high budget applause right now. I know you can't hear it, but it's coming through for you. So appreciate it. He's listening. There it is. All right. So last thing before we go into wrapping it up is random. And what that is, to explain to Rich Uncle Marcus, since he's our guest, So random is at the end of the show. It's 30 seconds or a minute or however long it is of just basically you getting something that just comes right off of your head. So this could be a rant, something that's getting making you angry. It could be something profound. It could be whatever, some newsworthy, anything. But just a second to just rant about whatever comes off the top of your head. And you could wait and see and let somebody else go first, and then you could see how they roll, or you could just dive right on in and just pull the Band-Aid off and just jump on in.
I think I'll wait. Let me see what you do. Everybody else go first, and then I'll think, because I have to think about something that's really bothering me right now. Like maybe that's something I want to get off my chest.
A random thought. For the record. Sorry guys, but these two like to rant a lot in random, and sometimes random can just be a random thought. Like, why do people come up with the saying that, whatever? It could be random. So like, I'll go ahead and get started. I just want to take this time to thank everybody that has added me to their close friends list on Instagram. I appreciate that you trust me with the ratchetness that you want to showcase to that special group of friends. I appreciate you. And just so you know, I am not taking screenshots. I will continue to ensure your trust. Hey, every time I see somebody, it's like, oh, they added me to their close friends list. That's so sweet of them. Now, whatever ratchet video they got on there, so thank you.
But there it is.
Okay, M16, what you got? Are you ready, Uncle Marcus?
No, I was just I like Easy's the close friend. A lot of some people I've seen myself like on their close friends list. I'm like, this isn't close friend worthy. Like I think you can share this.
This is true.
But I appreciate it. Like I do appreciate
it. That's a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So, you trust me with your twerking video, or you sharing that
I haven't gotten it.
photo of you smoking a blunt or something like that. Hey, I appreciate you trusting me.
I did see a couple of those.
With your ratchetness that you don't want your auntie to see.
I was just agreeing with Easy. I like the close friend.
So, it's a burning question with me, and it crossed my mind like while we were talking about the food and stuff. So how come every time no matter what you ordering or whatever, you roll through a drive-through, that you gotta ask for ketchup? Shouldn't it be implied like just put it in the bag? Why do I have to ask you to put something in there? Just do it. You see, I got fries. Like for me, I got a whole family. So if I'm going, it ain't just me eating. So if I got like 4 fries in there, you would assume I would just need some without me having to ask. Like, hey, I got an entire like $28 worth of food in here. Would you like to just go ahead and put some ketchup in there? Just, I may use it, I may not, but just, put it in there. Stop having me have to ask for it. Is that
more than 2 packets? It's like your food is not coming $30. Out your check? Yeah, you give somebody, and then they have an attitude. It's like, dude, can we get a napkin? Because, this is messy. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, we need every restaurant to give Chick-fil-A quality,
Ask
quantities
me how many
when it
I
comes
want.
to. Yeah.
Yes. So I just need you to be a little less stingy with it, be a little more liberal with the ketchup, and not have me have to ask for it all the time. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, am I next?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a very interesting random rant for this week. So how
Let me sit up. She about to drink something, so heads up.
All right. So I'm gonna put, I would say women on game, but it could be men too. So if your significant other, now I just found this out like within the last couple of months, okay? If your significant other is playing words with friends, I'm gonna need you to check that chat, because them chats be lit, okay? And I have never had more guys come at me in a game under the appearance of, hey, I be for real about my words for playing friends. I play no games. Like I be out there slaughtering people. You know what I'm saying? Like it may take me 2 days, but I'm gonna get this 50-point score. Dudes, single, married, and whatever, are like legit trying to holler in the words with friends chat. And it's so funny. It's like, that is like the perfect disguise, because you could be
That's
like,
groundbreaking.
what is your dude doing? And it happens to like some friends too. And I'm just like, and I mean, somebody may see this, but even like old classmates, like different things, people you would never even think would come for you or talk to you, like, old people, professors, like some guy who was supposed to be some WWE wrestler in Florida. Like, I mean, I was disinterested when you said you had 3 kids, but I'm just saying, but still. We're supposed to be playing this game and we should be talking crap about the game, but that is like the new dating thing. Like people will come at you and you're like, oh, hey, beautiful. Play this word, okay? But that's like the sneaky thing. And so, yeah, if your significant other is always on like Words with Friends or one of these little games that has a chat feature, check that chat feature. Now look, it's not like Instagram. It's not the blackout version, so it's not gonna disappear. It's gonna be there. So I think it'd be very interesting if you just slid into
be my next question. Can you delete the chat?
Wow.
I don't think so. Like, I haven't seen a delete feature or where you can unsend anything. Oh, it's there, okay? And you can screenshot. So it's not like Instagram where it's going to disappear, or like Snapchat. It has no blackout features. So it's just very interesting. I wonder how many people like literally be doing grimy stuff on these little games with the chat feature.
My mind is literally blown right now. Like, wow.
Like off camera, I will like screenshot some stuff if it's still there, and like, yeah, it gets real. I'd be like, say what? Excuse me.
And the thing is, like with Words with Friends, like 9 times out of 10, that's your government name on there. So it's not like you could be like, oh man, that ain't my Instagram account. I don't go by that.
It's not a government name. A lot of them are screen names. So like I have ATL Diva on there because I started Words with Friends like years ago.
Okay. I thought if you linked it with your Facebook, it would just be your profile on Words with Friends.
See, that's what you don't do. You don't be linking these games and stuff with your real profile. Like, we don't do that. Don't do that. That's too much access. They don't need all that. Now, if you do, yeah, like when you do your scores and all that stuff is going to show up on your page. But yeah, no.
Well, either way, this is groundbreaking. I think you probably just killed it for the guys that are doing it. But this is groundbreaking. I mean,
yeah, but they be going
on the
hard.
game. You already got your cover up. I'm on the game. You saying that they not using their government name? Like, wow, this is groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Like,
so to whoever, they're like, babe, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just playing Words with Friends. And so of course you're gonna roll your eyes and keep watching TV. Yeah, okay, but when you ain't looking, they're gonna slide into that chat feature and be up in them DMs, honey. Talking all the good talk.
Wow.
I'm like, dude,
I
this
didn't
is
even know Words with Friends had a chat function.
Yes, they
behind.
do.
Today years old.
So
do they send your Can you send numbers? Can you send photos?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can send pictures.
They see the nudes in Words with Friends.
I don't know. It didn't even get that far. You just ignore them, or you just kind of like pull back from the chat, and then like some people, if they want to keep playing the game, they'll like try to make amends and say, oh, they'll try to lighten it up, from before, and then if you're not checking for them, then they'll just stop playing altogether. Like they won't finish the game because they really came in there trying to holler. Because you have a profile picture, and so it like suggests people to play with. So like if someone's attracted to your picture, they can like start a game with you, and you think they just really want to play the game. And then like after you start the game, you get good morning beautiful text that M16 loves so much.
Don't even get me started on that lazy nonsense.
Yeah, or they'll be like, oh, where are you from? Like it's a whole like low-key dating situation that's awkward as hell. Yeah.
You took a flamethrower to in case people didn't know about it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, that was like the world's best kept secret, but not
right. You see this flame?
No longer.
Just blew it up.
Whoosh.
So
Rich Uncle Marcus. All right, we have random ranted our asses off here. So I'm pretty sure you have an idea of where you'd like to go with this. I'm interested to hear that.
Yes.
So after hearing all of yours, I had a couple different in my mind. I got a couple things I wanted to go through. One, I was gonna rant about. I feel like people's driving has gotten worse after COVID, and I don't know if that's just me.
No.
But I think
Yeah.
it's like we spent a lot of time in the house over the last year, and people have just forgotten like basic driving rules, like signal, how to change lanes properly. It's like I know this is my exit, but I'm gonna wait until I get right at my exit. Then I'm gonna cross 3 lanes of traffic, and then try to make my exit. I don't care if I really, kill everybody else in the process, but I need to make my exit. I don't know what it is, but I feel like, am I getting old? Am I getting just easily irritated? But no, the people's driving skills have really gone downhill lately. I don't know what the cause. I'm blaming COVID. We can blame everything on COVID, but the level of driving, and it's everywhere. Out in Augusta, in Atlanta, the skills. I feel like we all need to retake the driving test, and we need to retake it. And some people's licenses need to get revoked. There's no reason you should be on the road. There's no reason you should be here at like 6 o'clock in the afternoon doing 45 on the interstate. Why are you here? You should be at home or you should have already picked up your Cracker Barrel. If you're going to Cracker Barrel. But yeah, that's my random thought. Like, I've really been annoyed lately by people's driving skills. Yeah, but and sometimes I give people a pass. See somebody from you got a Georgia plate and you got the same county on your plate that I do, right? You should know better. You knew this lane ends. You had signs that said the right lane ends. You waited until you got here to the very end of this lane, then decide you want to get over. Or I don't know where you guys are, but where I live, I-20 is basically 2 lanes for most of it. And you get these people, and it says slower traffic, move over to the right. And you get the people that just want to ride in the left lane. Clearly, you are being passed on the right. That means you should move over and allow the other people. You're not doing left lane speeds. So move over to the right and let the rest of us come through. You holding up traffic. You about to cause an accident. I'm sorry. I was about to go on another rant about traffic. Yeah,
no, that's what this section is for, to let the inner rant out. As the rant, probably, I don't know. Am I the rant king of this show, the universe?
Yes.
I've been known to rant. That's what
I'm
this
shocked you
space is
hesitated
for.
on that.
I know.
Well, maybe so. But I will say this, Rich Uncle Marcus, you are great. You fit right in with our nonsense. And please take this opportunity to take the floor and let the people who listen to us, who are going to watch this, know where they can find you got a great podcast yourself. If you could let us know where we can find you on the socials, we're going to put all that information on the screen and in the podcast description, please.
Okay, cool. Thank you. First of all, thank you all for allowing me to be on your show. Thank you for inviting me, Diva. It's been a pleasure. This is fun. So if I can come back, just let me know. But let me run down all my stuff. So yes, if you want to follow me on anything I do, I got to get my government name. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, it's Marcus Webb, WEBB, Marcus Webb. Just look for me. You'll see me. You'll see the beard. So follow me on there. I do a lot of promoting and supporting other people on my Facebook. So if you ever want to know, like, I like, one of my things, I like to connect people. So if you have an interest in something, if I know somebody, I can, kind of plug you in. So follow me on Facebook for that. Also, a lot of my food stuff is on Facebook, my food adventures. So follow me on Facebook. On Instagram, I just changed my name on Instagram to @Rich Uncle Marcus. So put it all together, @Rich Uncle Marcus. I had my government name on there since like 2013, but I recently changed it. My personal Instagram is Rich Uncle Marcus. You can follow me on there. Also for just like photos. My podcast, along with my wife, we are Where Are The Webbs. So on any social media platform, just spell it out just like a sentence. Where are the webs? ? We specialize in travel, food, also supporting local small business owners. So look for our Instagram, Where Are The Webs, put it all together. On Facebook, we are Where Are The Webs. You can find our podcast. It's on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, you name it. Just search Where Are The Webs. Wherever you get your podcast from, you can probably find us there. We are getting back to recording more frequently. We used to be like once a week, then it was once every other week. Now it's like once a month. So be on the lookout for more episodes of Where Are The Webs. What else do I have going on? Also, I know I got a lot of Instagrams. I got another Instagram for my part-time vegan life, and I'm also creating a line of T-shirts based on my part-time vegan life. It's called Sneaky Vegan Life, right? So
I love it. That's so
like
cute.
it.
I'm a sneaky vegan, right? So like you know people talk about sneaky links. I have sneaky links with meat. Like I'm 90% vegan, 10% chicken wings. Some people are like 90% vegan, 10% crab legs. Whatever your thing is, it's for people. And I also share vegan recipes. I post pictures of my vegan food that I cook. So I also like to cook. So you can see my food on any of those. But on Sneaky Vegan Life, it's all my vegan food. Like I said, the website for the T-shirts is coming really soon, so you can get your Sneaky Vegan Life apparel. The reason why I did this, this is another rant. I'm sorry, but I could have did this one too. Vegans are sometimes very pretentious, and I started trying to dabble in the vegan life. I just didn't like the attitude of a lot of the other vegan people. They're real kind of uppity sometimes, real. I was like, nah, I need a vegan lifestyle for people like me I'm not judging. Also, I don't think animals are our homies. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them people. I'm not going to shame you because you eat meat. So for those of us like me, we do Sneaky Vegan Life. I'm not going to shame you if you eat a 10-piece on the weekend. I'm probably going to get my 10-piece on the weekend. So yes, Sneaky Vegan Life. Follow at Sneaky Vegan Life on Instagram. I think did I cover everything? I normally I should have wrote myself a list. But yeah, follow me, Rich Uncle Marcus Webb on Facebook, Where Are The Webs. Be on the lookout for other stuff. I want to get into a lot of other things, man. I love what y'all doing. I want to do TV shows. I want to just keep going, keep trying to get away from the man, like we were talking about earlier. My goal is to create streams so that I can get away from the man. I'm really better at promoting other people than I am myself. So anybody that has an idea, anybody that has something, I also do that too. And I don't charge anything yet, but if you have an idea, I like to help people. Most of the time people come to me from two different sides. Either you have an idea and you need to figure out how to, bring it into existence, or you already have something you need to figure out how to promote it. So whatever that is, I'm great, and I love to help people out with promotion, marketing, social media strategy, whatever you want to talk about. I'm always open. If you just want to bounce an idea off somebody, you just want to run by somebody with an unbiased opinion, hit me up, Rich Uncle Marcus. I'll be more than happy to listen to you and give you some feedback on your idea. But yeah, man, that's me. I think I said too much.
No, that's what we're here for.
You good.
Thank you all again for allowing me to be on your show.
Hey, that's what the platform's for, man.
Absolutely.
That is what it's for. So yeah, we appreciate you, man. Like I said, you fit right in with these shenanigans here, and the door is wide open for you. You come back anytime, man. Anytime. All right. So,
yeah, man. It was great to meet y'all.
For sure, man. So make sure to follow us on, wherever we're at, which is Facebook, Instagram. So we're on Facebook, The Radio Show, on Instagram at It's The Radio Show. Make sure and check out Diva 9 Hair Co. Follow her. Follow Cujo at Your Snack Club.
Yes.
Oh, the beard
Rich
on.
Uncle Marcus uses the product.
I do.
Yes.
I have the which one? The tobacco.
Yeah, he has the sweet tobacco, and
the sweet tobacco is my favorite. I don't know if can I say this on the show about the other product you let me use? I don't know if you have it public yet.
Yeah.
Yo, that beard balm from 9 Hair Care, put that on the site.
Like I said, make sure and follow us. Like I said, Instagram at It's The Radio Show, Facebook, The Radio Show. We're on every streaming platform known to man and then some. Please follow us, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. A huge shout out to Rich Uncle Marcus. Make sure you check out Where Are The Webbs podcast. All right. We're going to wave to the camera here on Bring a Friend Night, and we'll check y'all out. We appreciate it. Thanks for listening, watching, and all the support. We'll check y'all later.
Bye.
Like, what did eggs do to you? Why are you so passionate about your hate for eggs and mushrooms and oatmeal?
If I don't like it, I've been waiting all my life to tell things that might have been force-fed to me to go to hell. So every chance I get, I'm going to tell what I don't like to go directly to hell and how to get there.
Yeah, a roadmap. And it's just because, like, okay, we all have something we don't like. But I think when you are a picky eater, people just don't respect that you're a picky eater. They just think it's a game. Like, oh, you should try it 5 times. Oh, you didn't try it this way. And it's like, bruh, I never ever liked it from birth. I don't like it. And it's just like, it builds up this resentment towards the food because everybody wants you to like
What's your catchphrase that you say when people be like, well, you ain't had to do, I ain't made it for you. You ain't had it my way.
Hey, no, look, that person. The catchphrase is, look, I'm a grown ass man. I know exactly what I don't like and what I do like. I don't want to try your version of it. I don't want to try anybody's version of it. Okay.
Look, Easy say he don't want your black eyed peas no matter whether your mama make it, your grandmama, he don't want them.
Man,
look. Easy, you ain't had my black eyed peas though. I'm just saying.
Hey, look. Hey.